YouTubers, what is up? Will with F1 Tech. It's been a while, guys. I haven't been putting up videos as of late due to the fact that, again, my computer was out getting repaired. My Digital Storm Aventum 3. It did get upgraded to an Aventum X chassis. I'll be making a follow-up video about that, so you guys are kept in the loop on the whole experience of having to send that back and getting it all repaired and everything. The whole process took like 2 months, but I'm back, and today we are going to take a look at this beauty right here, the ZMF Blackwoods. These are with the Manchurian Ash wood variant. I have a kind of a mixed bag of feelings about this headphone, and you know, I'll share all my thoughts with you. I purchased these headphones, I would say maybe 4 months ago, so I've had a good long while to test these out. Like the rest of my videos, I'll leave a timestamp so you guys can go and pick and choose where what information you're seeking. However, I do suggest that you watch the whole thing. Ice cream truck. Let's just wait for it to pass by. All right, so what we're going to start with is the build quality. Now, the build quality of this headphone is very good. This ice cream truck won't leave. All right, so back to build quality. So these are T50 mods from Fostex, and for the guys at ZMF to do what they did as far as modding them is quite amazing and impressive. If you take a look, I mean, it just screams of quality. I have the Manchurian Ash version, and if you look at how they put into the details into this headphone, they burnt, they did some burning on it that you can see these rings. It just looks beautiful. So build quality, top notch. They have these powder coated hinges on the headband, which goes up or down, which I like. It's a pretty good mechanic. It's pretty stiff, as you can see, and it doesn't get loose on the head, so pretty good on the build quality for this headphone. Now, as far as comfort, I would say it's pretty good. This headband, it feels good on the head. It doesn't give any type of pressure or anything on the crown of the head. It feels good. I don't feel the weight on these. This to me is not that heavy. The ear cups are of cowhide. They're not as comfortable as lambskin or maybe vegan pads, but they do feel okay. I don't feel any pressure anywhere. There's no you can see it does come together pretty good, but the clamping force, I don't feel like it bothers me at all. So not bad as far as comfort goes. These cowhide pads, like I said, they're pretty rough, but they're also quite comfortable too. I don't know if it's memory foam. It could be memory foam in here, I don't know, but it does feel very good on the head. Again, not as soft and comfortable as lambskin, but they do get the job done. So let's get into power. Now, guys, these are T50 mods. They are notorious for needing a good set of amplifiers to drive them, and these are no different. You do need a good set of amplifiers. I use my JDS L DAC and amp combo pushes these perfectly. The Element pushes these. Even my portable DAC amp toppings DSD they push these pretty good too. So you just definitely need an amp that can push headphones within the 300 ohms or higher, and you'll be good to go. I don't think using these on a smartphone is going to cut it. So definitely, guys, you're gonna need something that can push these. So now let's get into the sound. So this is where my mixed feelings comes in with these headphones. These headphones are great. The sound signature, the way I can describe it, because when these are different than the Blackwoods. I wish I had a set of the Blackwood type wood on here, because having different types of wood does change things. The Manchurian Ash definitely gives a softer decay on the music, and it also has a lot of bloom with the bass. I love the bass on this headphone, but the way this thing works is like it has 3 ports on the bottom here, and you get to plug them up so you can control the bass, but it does more than just the bass. It changes things around. When you don't have anything on it and you just keep it all open, I love the way the mids and highs sound. They're almost euphoric. It sounds great, but there's a caveat to that. The bass on these are very loose when everything is open, so it blooms over to all the frequencies and it gets distracting. So when I listen to anything that has acoustic vocals on it, if it has just any type of high pitch melody, it just doesn't sound perfect. It sounds good, but just doesn't sound great, you know? So I can't listen to these when it comes to listening to anything with intimate vocals. It just doesn't sound right. Maybe that's not the right way of saying it. It sounds okay. It just doesn't sound great. Like if you had a pair of Sennheiser 6XX or even the Jubilees, if you have, I mean, it doesn't even compare to, and obviously because of price difference, but it doesn't compare to the LCDXs. It doesn't compare, in my opinion, to the Focal Aleers, especially with the clear pads on it. I guess if you do that, it's kind of like an Elex, but it doesn't compare to that. There's other headphones that, I mean, when it comes to listening to vocals and wanting to just enjoy listening to that vocals, which that's the type of music I like to listen to. At least when I'm putting headphones on, I just want to hear the vocals. And acoustic, it just falls flat, you know? I would say the best genre to listen with these headphones would be anything that has to do with hip hop or I don't know, dubstep, dance, stuff like that is perfect with these. Even though if you compare these to, like, let's say the Fostex TRX 100s, the bass is like the same. It's very rumbly. It just feels like punching you in the face. But the TRX 100, even with that, sounds a bit cleaner than these, if that makes a difference. It's a shame because when you listen to the timbre on this with nothing, you know, all the ports open, it's very lifelike. I love the way the instrument is portrayed with these headphones, like guitars, pianos, things like that. It's just when that bass is there, it just ruins everything because it blooms over so much. It warms up the headphones so they're pretty dark. Now when things change, when you actually put these rubber grommets or whatever you call it, it's these rubber stops, and you put it inside these holes. If you just cover one hole up, it changes the sound, I would say, drastically. And what I mean is that the bass gets tamed. It's not loose anymore. It gets tight, right? So there's no more blooming, which sounds great, right? You would think, oh man, that's perfect. But then you lose. It's like you give and you take. So you lose that euphoric sound on the vocals with these. You lose that natural sound with the instruments. I believe there's a bit more detail in the vocals, in the mids and highs. There's more detail to it, but there's like this slight tin when you start listening to this. It's just, you have this slight tinning, and man, someone just had to start cutting the grass. So what I was getting at is that there is again a tin to the sound. It's very slight, but it's you can tell, you know, the mids and highs get a bit more crispier and detailed, but I don't know, it's when you put on let's say like epic type trailer type music, very instrumental with like orchestral backgrounds, it's not the best. And you would think, you know, at $700 that you would get something that's just like, wow, amazing. But I could throw on my Sennheiser, you know, 5.8X Jubilees, and they would sound better for that type of genre of music than these. And I think this was the selling point for this type of headphones, was to listen to acoustic music, you know, that type of genre. And I just feel like it fell kind of short with that, and it falls more into a fun type of headphone where you're gonna want to listen to some hip hop or things like that with this, rather than what I think ZMF wanted. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, at least that's how I see it, guys. Maybe it's different for one of you out there. And I wish I can listen to these with the Blackwood wood, because I hear that it's a bit different. I see reviews out there, and the way they describe the sound sounds different from what I hear with these. It's, to me, two different type of headphones. Now, when you plug up 2 ports on these headphones, it gets pretty balanced. I mean, you still get that bass, but it neutralizes everything out. It becomes more of a neutral headphone. But then that tinning, it just becomes more apparent, and it's just there, and it gets annoying. It's like, this is not what I want to hear. When you cover all 3, then forget about it. I don't think he's even worth listening to when you have all 3 ports covered. But, you know, I don't know, guys. You know, it's a mixed bag for me with these headphones. You know, my final impressions, I guess, would I recommend these? For $700, I think there's better options out there. They are a beautiful set of headphones. If you're an enthusiast and you just want to collect, definitely these are worth picking up. But for this price range, I believe there's a lot better headphones out there for listening to at least vocals. If you're into that, I don't know why you would be into that blooming. It doesn't have, like, if you look in the website, they describe these headphones as being romantic with this Manchurian Ash wood. I don't see that. Maybe if it was toned down just a bit with that blooming, then I would say, yeah, you know, definitely it has that romantic feel, that warmth. But to me, they're just very distracting. That bloom effect there with the bass is just, it just doesn't sound like it was tuned right. Maybe it's just my headphones. I don't know. I did miss out on a couple things, so let me just touch on it real quick. Imaging on this headphone is excellent. You get that great sound separation. It's perfect. It feels right. I love the imaging on this headphone. It's not mind-blowing, but it is pretty good. Soundstage for a closed back set of headphones, it's not the greatest. I would say average at best. it's not going to compete with something like open back headphones, but you know, you don't feel closed in on these either. It's not like you're in a box. It is a little bit, no, it's not. It's narrow, but it's not like closed in, you know what I mean? For a set of closed back, these are okay as far as soundstage. Well guys, that's all I have for you. Hopefully you can take what I said with these headphones to make a knowledgeable purchase if you're deciding to look into getting these Blackwoods. It's not a knock on ZMF. I actually want to purchase more headphones from them. They definitely did impress me with the way that they build these headphones. So my next purchase from them is probably going to be the Oris. After that, I'm probably going to move into the Atticus. I'm leaning more towards getting the Atticus than the Icons. I definitely want to say I want to get a collection of ZMF headphones. I think they're a great manufacturer. They do very good. I think they care about their clients. They care about their product. So I definitely want to support them. So I will probably going to be picking some of their headphones up, make a collection out of them, and review it and let you guys know how I feel about it. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment down below if you have a set of these headphones. Let me know your thoughts about it. Guys, hit that like button if you like. If you didn't, go ahead and smash that dislike. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm Will with F1 Tech, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.